Hello and welcome back to the Earth Defense Force headquarters, where you can plan your repulsion of the alien forces, the bugs, and the creepy crawlies coming not from the Earth or from under your kitchen sink, but from the sky and the cosmos. And in this part, we're checking out the upgraded AF-14 assault rifle.
We've already seen the AR-14 three-round burst rifle, though.
Here's an interesting type of grenade. It deals 2,500 units of damage, but its fuse is 30 seconds in length.
Fuck no!
I'm glad you agree. That would lead to an incredulity in the middle of combat.
Select a mission.
Dino-Mech. Yep, we're fighting the kaiju.
From the looks of it, it's about 120 feet tall. All units are ordered to combine their forces and take down this monster.
So, are we going to have glowing weak spots as well?
Oh, they better be glowing. Stop, 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 stop.
Yes, old school flesh textures.
Yes, looks like something out of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Actually, it looks like something out of that new-ish kaiju anime. Not kaiju number 8, but Escrid. Yeah.
Oh, it looks familiar, all right.
Okay, so the weak spot that we saw specifically is in the chest area underneath the neck.
The brooch. We must approach the brooch. Wherever you can make green gas come out from this gigantic bipedal fart bag. Oh crap, here it comes, here it comes.
He is a quick little bugger, ain't he?
Oh yeah, you better be ready to keep up.
Are we going to use the vehicles this time, Mr. Cloud?
I would not recommend vehicles against this particular creature, Mr. Gurdap, because
really?
as slow as we move, we would, I mean, okay, the attack chopper maybe. That would be the only vehicle I would recommend. Do not use a tank and do not go with the battle mech.
I mean, I understand why not to use the battle mech, because the battle mech is in fact anti-infantry. But the tank should be able to actually shear these armor plates off, right?
You say that as though there's damage modeling in this game.
Why isn't there damage modeling? The buildings have a small amount of damage modeling on them.
Because amid shaky cam, a ridiculous number of enemies on the battlefield, animated graphics when you hit the enemy, reload times, and also registering how much damage you take, destroying buildings. Yeah, this game engine is quite busy enough as it is. Now, layer on top a formula that says, okay, are you or are you not hitting the flesh underneath, depending on conditions. Now you're at risk of crashing the game. Because I mean, you could say this game is silly. You could say this game is just plain difficult to play at times because of the shakiness of the camera. Hence, the kaiju is causing the screen to shake every time it stomps its feet on the ground. I continue to be impressed by what this game is capable of.
Kinda, sorta. I mean, it is 2007 as opposed to 2009. But did we actually stun lock it?
Is he dead? No. He just staggered for a moment. His armor is not that strong, we find.
And it's actually not that thick either. You're actually scoring flesh hits when you would be a normally hitting plate, so...
The Red Dragon Archfiend would like to have a word with this creature.
Oh, Red Dragon Archfiend doesn't even have plates on it. Come on, dude.
He kind of has plates on him.
He has decorative armor that looks like plates, certainly, but it's not actually plates. Wow, you did down him with a bunch of grenades. It really does feel like though that you should have gone for a rocket launcher though instead of grenades for that.
You don't. The thing about the rocket... Oh, I guess I just skipped me going into the next mission. This is mission number 19, because it follows mission number 18.
Okay.
So the rocket launcher is great for, like this, for example, where the weak spot is not open for an indefinite period. Once the hatch is closed, you cannot hit the weak spot. So what do? You launch a quick-moving projectile into the spot before the window of opportunity shuts closed.
Okay, so now we are supposed to actually take down the UFOs.
Yep.
It just fades into the dirt.
Pay no attention to the flimsy UFO graphics that lose all contact properties with the environment or the character once destroyed. That is not important right now. What is important is this trench of rock on each side of us, which is obscuring our vision.
You actually got to bring out the flamethrower. Yay!
Yeah.
Okay, so
now?
one thing that I noticed very specifically is that although it is somewhat effective against these swarms of bugs, it actually has shorter range than I would like it to have. That is okay.
Of course it has shorter range. It's a flamethrower.
Yes, I get it. It's a flamethrower. It's supposed to have shorter range than I would like. But there have been flamethrowers in video games that have relatively long ranges. I don't actually remember what games that they were, sadly. But they do exist.
Because you have to appreciate that this is not a ballistic type weapon.
Right.
This is a chemical weapon. Chemicals will disperse over so many meters, to use the metric system in this a more Earth-inclusive title. And as it travels through the air, or it incinerates flesh, over distance, the amount of damage that inflicts at the very end of its streak is not as strong as what it inflicts when it comes right out of the nozzle.
Right. It's why flamethrowers are usually compared to shotguns when it comes to video games.
Come on, get in the tank, come on. You know how to pilot vehicles now.
Well, I mean, you did show off that you know how to get into a vehicle, but the mech suit was already like 90% dead by the time you got into it.
Thor is here. Okay, pick up the things.
We already have the things picked up. We don't need more health. We're at health cap.
The good news and the bad news about the radar system. The good news is you can see items on the radar without having to even be anywhere near close to them. That as long as the item is on the map, it will take a place, whether it's on the inner circles, which are near you, or the outer circles, which might as well be at the edge of the map. The bad news is the game does not distinguish between health items, armor, or weapon drops.
They all count as power-ups, yeah.
Precisely. See, the health items can be used immediately. The armor and the weapons pickups do not apply until you complete the mission and then start again.
So, how many parts is it going to be until we get to 500 health?
Not much longer now. I mean, I think I don't quite hit 1,000 during this playthrough. That would have been overkill. For the purposes of Rocket Rabbit Commentaries, as much as the player, who could be yourself watching, by the way, hi, how you doing, might want to max out their health in the interest of just completing the game and getting to the 53rd mission, whether you complete that mission on easy mode or you want to stick to hard mode, a ridiculous amount of health need not necessarily apply.
You didn't learn how to take off in the chopper yet.
No, because it doesn't immediately start hovering. You have to warm up the rotor first.
Mm-hmm. All right, we got the MG-13 grenade. Oh, woo.
Ooh, we're getting to higher numbers.
You can carry up, choose your weapons. You may equip
Choose your weapons wisely. Come on, try the firecracker.
The MGOJ, which is timed. Okay, 10 seconds isn't so bad, but
You generally want to use grenades that explode on contact.
yeah.
There are no enemy in this game whatsoever stands still. The ants are always in motion. The tarantulas are jumping everywhere. You'll never hit a UFO in the sky with a grenade. The robots, well, they're going to march forward and probably escape the blast radius right before it goes off.
All right, the burst shotgun.
Artillery. An army of Hector walking arms is advancing. According to our intel, they are a new type, equipped with plasma cannons, possibly a support artillery unit. They are reducing everything in their path to rubble. They cannot be allowed to cause any further destruction. You are to head out immediately and destroy them.
Into combat.
Okay then, so... Ooh!
The air bike.
We get a fucking air bike!
Yay.
Oh,
The battle
that's
machine.
Yeah, that's the mech that you were in. Yeah, the Vagolta.
Vagolta is
It
here.
had a fucking fly motion that you didn't know about. Oh!
Another advantage of having a human partner right next to you is you can bounce information off of each other, because while one person is observing one thing, the other person, in all probability, is probably observing something else completely different.
Okay, so as they're demonstrating, as we very slowly get up to our targets, these plasma cannons are actually artillery instead of rail focused. So,
Indeed, yes. Intended to hit targets far off, not unlike gun emplacements on the shore of the beach in order to repel the Navy. Not so effective on infantry approaching said gun emplacements.
right.
They give you plenty of time to detect where the stream is coming from, what's its trajectory, and how much time you have before it reaches your position, because these are relatively slow-moving projectiles. With good range weapons, you can destroy these Hector Barbosas before they approach you and lay waste to your life points.
And the shotgun is seeming to do at least an okay job at that, despite our extremely far range from it.
I'm a fucking surgeon with this shotgun. Yeah, take that.
Yeah, the spread even far off is still mostly condensed. So, as a
nice.
shotgun, this is actually very effective.
Highly improbable at that. Not only are we super soldiers, but we wield super weapons.
And I noticed that because we're fighting artillery-based plasma, they're firing where we are instead of where we are going to be.
Yeah, the game is not quite that smart, and I'm thankful for that. The game is hard enough because of the sheer amount of havoc by the sum of shit happening at the same time.
Although
Yeah.
it did just unload plasma directly into your face, so...
Come on. Get the health. Yeah, get out of there. The enemy's coming, man. Let's go. We're gonna need a scope on our shotgun.
No, we don't need a scope on our shotgun, although we should be firing at it from here, so...
Shouldn't be, yes. Because I've actually fired a shotgun once, and my target was maybe like 18 feet away from where I was standing. The spread wasn't even that wide. Hence, yes, a shotgun is designed to be used
close to medium range.
Close to medium range, in a safe environment, without aiming at other people.
At least when you're using shot. Shotguns actually do have the ability to fire slugs, though. So
yes, that's right, buckshot or slugs, precisely.
This is HQ. It's a trap. You're surrounded. Watch your backs.
we're surrounded.
Now that we are in the 20th mission of the game, you can observe that this city is already blown to hell.
Well, again, a majority of the destruction that we see here is from the fact that they brought an artillery unit in, and then you started marching them towards targets.
You can infer that, yes. There's a good chance, however, that as much as they're trying to illustrate the destructive ferocity of these artillery-based weapons, that these environs are just for show. These buildings were already destroyed. There are destructible things here, and they will be destroyed if they fall on that giant, evil, purple laser attack.
Well, it's not a laser. Again, it's plasma artillery.
Hey, a laser! How come you don't have a laser, Earth Defense Force?
We do actually have lasers. We just haven't seen them yet.
There are probably lasers in the game. You gotta really grind up.
I mean, one of the big things that that usually happens during wartime, very specifically, is hey, we're going to advance our technology base by stealing the weapons of enemies that we've defeated. Happens a lot in Mech Warrior or BattleTech rather.
Oh, it's a real phenomenon in warfare.
Yep.
That not only are you learning more about your enemy's firepower capabilities, but you also get to enhance by filling in the gaps in your own artillerative offensive weaponry.
Yes.
To make up a word.
Well, it's not even really made up. It's a combination of a saying that, still makes sense.
If there's one thing I've learned after reading James Joyce for the past 15 months is that incoherency is the cardinal sin of bad writing. If you can get your point across, you can have as much fun with the language as you see fit.
Right. So we've got a couple of Agultas on the field now. Do we actually want to try and use one against these?
No, nothing will dissuade me from using a vehicle quite like having a target that is as far away as, well, this guy right here. This is the last guy on the battlefield, hence that's probably the reason why I jump cutted to it.
Alright. In the next episode, we'll continue on with Earth Defense Force. Maybe we'll get to use some new weapons, like, a Y-10 Impulse.
Yeah, we're really racking up the collection of the special weapons. Stay tuned, Earthlings.